Hey guys, this is Jay from Bloodbath & Beyond, and this is the Riff of the Week. So for this week's episode, I chose a riff from a Children of Bodom song. It's called Bed of Razors. It's on their Hatebreeder album, I believe somewhere in the early 90s. I chose this riff specifically because I think it's a real door opener for those of you trying to improve your rhythm playing or even expand on your lead playing. We're going to be using all 4 fingers in this riff by the end of the video. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's check it out. So it looks like there's a lot going on here, but I'm actually going to break this down in 3 simple ways for you. First thing, we're going to break this down into eighth notes. Looking at this, we can see it's based around a D minor arpeggio. Children of Bodom plays down tune a whole step, so even though I'm in the E position, it's actually D in this case. So it's a simple triad with your root, your third, and your fifth above it. All right, and then we switch to a flat 5, which creates a diminished triad. We're going to mess around with these two, and here's the straight eighths way that we're going to start with. Alright, so it's pretty basic. That's like the skeleton of this riff, okay? Alright, so for our straight eighths riff, we're just going to be using this D minor triad right here. So we have our D and our G string. It's on the 9th fret. We have our F, in this case, on our 8th fret of the B string. And then we have our 5th and A on the 7th fret of the E string. We're also going to flat this 5th for part of the riff on our 6th fret of the first E string. Okay, so as you can see, not too hard. That's pretty much the backbone of this riff. Now, what we're going to do here, because this song is actually played in 6/8, some of you might call it 3/4, it's not the same thing. So we're going to give this a bit of a triplet kind of bluesy swing feel to it, just to get you warmed up into the 3/4, 6/8 kind of time signature. So here's the swing I want you to add next. All right, so by now you should be feeling a little more warmed up. Start changing tempos at this point. I would start around 120 BPM, working with eighth notes, and then maybe start tuning it up a little bit. So then to add it all together, to finally complete this riff, we're going to use the same triads we've been using, but now all the in-between notes come in here. So we start this riff out on the 7th fret of the E string, followed by the 8th fret and 7th fret on your B string, and then the 9th fret on the G string. Then we climb back up, only this time we use our flat 5th. That's our 6th fret on the high E string, followed once again by the 8th and 7th on the B and the 9th on the G. Then we come back up again, start the riff over with our 7th fret, followed by 8th, 7th, and 9th. Only this time on the ascend, after you hit your 8th fret, we're going to play just a simple Locrian scale style down lick. So you're going to start from the 10th fret on the E string to the 7th, to the 8th, to down to the 7th. Then we're going to hit the 10th fret on the B string to the 8th and the 7th. And then from here, we're just going to jump back up and start the riff over. When you put it all together, it'll sound like this. So there you go. Working this up to speed, starting down with your backbone, adding that triplet swing groove, and then finally just working in all those extra notes and playing it in even times. You should be up to speed, change your metronome up, play to the song if you want, it'll be easy. There's some things I really want to stress here technique-wise. Alternate picking is key in this case. Some people suggest starting with an upstroke on your E string and alternating from there. I'm a little weird. I start with a downstroke, so figure out which one's good for you, but just make sure you alternate all the way through. That's the key to this riff, and that's also going to help you in the long run, being able to alternate pick between strings, what not to do. Some people try fretting this with only 2 or 3 fingers at a time, and that's not the point, and it will sound like crap. They try and do this stuff. As you can see, it just doesn't work. So just remember, start with straight eighth notes, then add a swing to it. Bring it up to full 6/8 time, add all your in-between notes, and make sure to alternate pick, and just bring it up to speed. At that point, your leads will improve, and even your rhythm playing will improve, So yeah, just I would even suggest like moving this riff around to other areas just so you can get good at skipping strings and alternate picking between them, different thicknesses and stuff. It's just all around a fun riff. Make sure you're using all 4 of your fingers. You know, other than that, have fun and hope you can write better metal. I'm Jay, and this has been the Riff of the Week.
You know what I'm saying? How we need the riffs.
You know what I bet really deliberated this drum head?
Did what?
Delipitated.
Yeah. Debilitated? Yeah.
Delipitated.
Is it debilitated? Whatever.
Yeah, like that's the word. That's not what you said.
There were kids here 4th of July, and I was letting them play on the drums.
That's probably what it was.
But they were sitting in the chair, their feet couldn't touch the pedals. They weren't even touching. They didn't even wear it.
Oh, they probably
They're
just.
probably just kicking it.
They weren't, no. When they found out that that's what that thing does, like I had a kid on here and another little girl over on the other side, and they both were just like, boom, boom, boom. That's so much fun being a kid.
You know, but getting used to alternate picking and alternating on other strings, it's one of the reasons I love this riff so much. Is there's just so much to learn here and so much you can do with it. So, hi Zach.
Look at this. These things do last a while though. 50 fucking dollars.
Zach put his
It's like
pedal through the bass head today.
It's like they go up. Wait a minute. I'm gonna be very mad. This is a 20-inch head.
Ha!
This is a 22.
Uh-oh.
Woo! Guitar Center just avoided that.
By the way, what is this? He's trying to hide his hair.
Oh, you want to see that? Yeah. So they're gonna be long. I like Christmas.
I like Christmas.
Is it cool if we get back to filming the Riff of the Week, Zach?
Absolutely.